Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif says that the International Monetary Fund did not trust Pakistan because the previous government, led by Imran Khan, had gone back on its agreement with the institution. Addressing a meeting of his party's senators, the Prime Minister said that the PTI-led government should not have agreed to IMF terms if it had issues with it. He added that once the agreement was signed, it should have been enforced. Supreme Court Bar Association filed a petition in the Apex Court for a review of the verdict on the interpretation of Article 63A. The top court had ruled that votes of lawmakers who defect from their parties would not be counted in 4 instances. That include the election of the Prime Minister and Chief Minister, vote of confidence or no confidence, a constitutional amendment bill, and a money bill. Incarcerated Pashtun Tahfuz movement lawmaker Ali Wazir has claimed that his life is in danger and demanded that he either be shifted back to the central jail in Karachi or be taken to Islamabad to attend the ongoing budget session in the National Assembly. Wazir, who has been admitted at Karachi's Jinnah Postgraduate Medical Center since Tuesday, also claimed that he had been attacked twice at the hospital. Pakistan has dispatched relief goods for those affected by the deadly earthquake that struck the border region of Afghanistan. The consignment, arranged by the National Disaster Management Authority, carries family tents, blankets, and emergency medicines. The Pakistani rupee snapped its losing streak against the US dollar, gaining 4 rupees 7 paise in the interbank market a day after the announcement of a $2.3 billion loan from the Chinese banks. The government has also reached an understanding with the IMF on the federal budget for the next fiscal year, leading to the revival of the extended fund facility. Since February, Pakistan has been seeking a rollover of loans expiring very shortly to support the fast depleting foreign exchange reserves of the State Bank of Pakistan. Finance Minister Mifta Ismail says that there is nothing wrong with taxing the affluent because they were able to pay, as he talked about the government imposing additional taxes on industries and wealthy citizens. The minister said that the government had decided to impose additional taxes on the rich and some industries, one of them being the sugar industry. Holding a parallel session without the opposition in attendance, the Punjab government got its budget sailed through the assembly, giving much needed and equally contested legal cover to the finance bill. During the budget session at Aiwan-e-Iqbal, the Hamza Shahbaz-led government also passed 40 demands for grants, without any cut motions that are normally moved by the opposition. Meanwhile, the opposition also held its parallel session at the Punjab Assembly building. Poor communication and a lack of proper roads are hampering relief efforts in Afghanistan as the country began receiving aid. Afghanistan was already grappling with the humanitarian crisis due to sanctions imposed on the Taliban-led Afghan government. The quake is Afghanistan's deadliest in 20 years, with officials estimating the death toll to rise past 1,000. The European Parliament has adopted a resolution with 529 votes in favor to 45 against and 14 absent that calls on the heads of the states to grant EU candidate status to Ukraine and the Republic of Moldova without delay. The move comes nearly 4 months after Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky launched his country's bid to join the bloc in the early days of the Russian invasion. Manufacturing growth is slowing from Asia to Europe as China's COVID-19 curbs and Russia's invasion of Ukraine disrupt supply chains, while the growing risk of recession in the United States poses a new threat to the global economy. A string of recent data globally showed policymakers are walking a tightrope as they try to diffuse inflation pressures without tipping the economy into a steep downturn. More than 1.2 million tickets have been sold for Qatar's 2022 Soccer World Cup. The most recent phase of ticket sales, which is a random selection draw, closed at the end of April with 23.5 million ticket requests, coming in largest numbers from Argentina, Brazil, England, France, Mexico, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United States. Weeks after controversy spread over Indian movie Jug Jug Jio copying Pakistani singer Abrarul Haque's song Nach Punjaban, one of the film's stars, Varun Dhawan, has thanked the singer for the song, reiterating the production house's claim that they own the rights to the song. As COVID-19 cases resurge across Pakistan, the positivity rate in the country's financial capital reached alarming levels to come in at 21.23%. Data from the National Command and Operations Centers showed that on June 16, 53 people tested positive for the virus in the port city. The number, however, more than doubled within a week as 138 people tested positive in Karachi on June 22nd.